Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has pitched for a powerful hexagon of alliances that includes India, describing it as a bloc of countries that stand together against the radical axis. On February 22nd, Netanyahu described a proposed hexagon of alliances, which he says would include Israel, India, Greece, and Cyprus, along with other unnamed Arab, African, and Asian states. He said, together, they would unite to collectively stand against what he called radical adversaries. Now, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi is on a state visit to Israel at a perilous moment in time. Here's all you need to know. Netanyahu stated his intention behind the hexagon is to create an axis of nations that see eye to eye on the reality, challenges, and goals against the radical Shia and Sunni axes. But what does the Israeli Prime Minister mean by radical axes? Netanyahu is seeking to replicate what he describes as his victories against the Shia axis, also known as the axis of resistance, an Iran-centered network of armed groups that oppose Israeli and Western influence in the Middle East. Iran's decades-long strategy of supporting militants around the region is falling apart. First came the crushing Israeli campaign in Gaza, triggered by the October 7, 2023, attack on Israel by Iranian-backed Hamas. The Gaza war spawned another in Lebanon, where Israel has mauled Iran's most powerful ally, Hezbollah. And then, Iran's longtime stalwart ally and client in Syria, President Bashar Assad, took the Great Escape route. Syria's loss further weakened Hezbollah, whose powerful arsenal in South Lebanon had put Iranian influence directly on the border of its nemesis, Israel. The speed of Assad's collapse showed just how reliant he was on support from Iran, which at the crucial moment didn't come. US warplanes, Israeli fighter jets, drones, and covert operations have also punished the Yemen-based Houthi rebels. Remember, Iran was dealt heavy blows at the hands of Israel last year. In June 2025, Israel delivered a shocking blow to Iran with a meticulously planned intelligence and military operation that had been in development for years, effectively targeting high-ranking objectives with remarkable accuracy. Leveraging the expertise of spies and the capabilities of artificial intelligence, the Israeli forces executed a nighttime assault involving warplanes and armed drones that had been covertly introduced into Iranian airspace, swiftly neutralizing a significant portion of Iran's air defense and missile infrastructure. This newfound liberty in the skies allowed Israel to launch strikes on critical nuclear facilities, resulting in the deaths of prominent generals and leading scientists. When Iran finally managed to respond hours later, its capacity for retaliation, already hampered by previous Israeli assaults, had significantly waned. No government has publicly endorsed Netanyahu's plan so far. India and Israel are strategic partners. The bilateral political ties are warm and forward-looking. India announced its recognition of Israel on September 17, 1950. Soon after, the Jewish agency established an immigration office in Mumbai, which was later converted into a trade office and subsequently a consulate. Regular embassies opened in 1992, when full diplomatic relations were established between the two countries. The civilizational relations between the countries date back more than 2 millennia. India has welcomed Jews for several centuries, and their contribution, in turn, has enriched Indian culture. India is known in Israel as an ancient nation with strong cultural traditions and as an attractive tourist destination.